We're deep into Owens and Orton in WrestleMania 41, and as Owens is getting pummeled by Randy Orton with that steel chair brutally and repeated strikes with the steel chair by Orton as he's in control. Eventually, Owens will turn the tables and crash and burn as Orton goes through the table with that big splash from Owens, and who tosses Orton back into the ring, and who thinks he's going to pick up the win, but as he will only go into the cover, he would only get a 2 count as Orton was staying the match, still fighting, pushing through the pain and everything. And Owens uses the opportunity to nail a pop-up powerbomb, which drops Orton, and he has him right where he wants him to finish it, but out of nowhere, he's caught off guard. Halova kick by Sami Zayn, who's returned after Owens took him out of the Elimination Chamber. He's finally back, and he might have just cost Owens the match with that Halova kick. Owens is taken out by Zayn, and as Owens stumbles back to his feet, he realizes what has happened, and Orton uses the opportunity, turns Owens around, and nails a devastating RKO for the 1-2 and victory to pick up the win. The Viper has just secured a victory at WrestleMania 41, has toppled Kevin Owens, the burden of Kevin Owens, as Zayn helps him. And as next week on Raw, Zayn is ambushed in the parking lot by Kevin Owens, of course, and he pummels Zayn and beats him down badly in the parking lot. Owens is not letting up against Zayn, and he's not anywhere near done with Zayn as he nails a stunner, which takes him down. And Zayn is laid out. Owens says, "You want to always get in my business, huh? You should have been done for. I should have ended you seriously for good. But you're lucky Orton saved you. But next time, he won't be able to save you when you're in the ring with me. And I will finally end you for good." And Owens picks up Zayn and nails that powerbomb, sending Zayn crashing through the glass on the street concrete outside. And Owens has just been unleashed. He doesn't care about Zayn at all. And as he walks off, we're gonna wait to see what's in store. But as Jey Uso nails a spear to Gunther at WrestleMania 41, he would also topple Gunther to become World Heavyweight Champion. But you gotta be wondering, what does Kevin Owens have in store for Sami Zayn? And we find out next week on Monday Night Raw as Kevin looks into the camera and he says, "Sami, I know you've been wanting this match against me, and that's why I'm gonna give you a match against me. Me and you one-on-one again in a steel cage, and you will get ended this time for good. Jey will be losing that championship very quickly to me. After I topple you and finish you for good, I'm coming after Jey's championship, and there's nothing he can do to stop me. And there's nothing you can do to stop me, Sami, because I'm gonna end you once and for all." But Kevin Owens is quickly interrupted as Zayn storms out from backstage, and he's fired up and he wants to get his hands on Kevin Owens, but security's quick on the moment and they stop Zayn right in his tracks. And Zayn is furious as he tries to get past security, but security's not letting him. Security knows that if Zayn gets down there, it could be a potential worse situation. This situation could explode uncontrollably. And as Owens is calling for him, "Come on, Sami, let him go. Let him come. You know what? Since they won't let me get you, Kevin, I accept your challenge for that steel cage match. I'm gonna end you for good, but let's up the ante a little bit. How about when I go one-on-one with you, me and you will have that match under 2 stipulations. If I lose, then I'll hang up the boots for good. But if you lose, you have to leave Monday Night Raw forever." It's a major challenge that ignites the crowd, and Kevin says, "Oh well, if that's the way you want to do it, Sami, then I'd gladly be happy to make you hang up your boots for good. And there is no backing out of this one this time." As Sami and Kevin will go one-on-one next week on Monday Night Raw, Sami and Kevin will tear the house down, maybe tear the whole building down, and Sami and Kevin are both ready to end it for good. But as we would get to next week of Raw, as Sami's getting ready to go one-on-one with Kevin in the main event, he's approached by Jey Uso. Before his match, Jey says, "Yo, Sami, I know you got it out here tonight, Uso. You gonna handle Kevin Owens, your business with him, and then maybe you could be in line for a world title opportunity. Because I really hope to face you one-on-one at Backlash for you being my first opponent for the World Heavyweight Championship." And Sami says, "Yeah, I appreciate that, Uso. I'm gonna get the job done against Kevin and send him back to SmackDown to pack his bags and go. And yeah, maybe you're right. I can get an opportunity at your championship once I'm done. But just promise me tonight you won't get involved in my match with Kevin. You let me handle it alone." "Yeah, Uso, whatever you say. But just know, if you need any help, just say the magic word and I got your back, Uso. Good luck." "Thank you, Jey. I appreciate you, bro. I'll see you later, Uso." Sami and Jey, inspiring words. They shared words, but Kevin Owens also has an interview with Byron Saxton, who says, "Kevin, what are you looking forward to accomplishing in your match against Sami Zayn in the steel cage later tonight in the main event of Monday Night Raw?" And Kevin says, "Well, I'm really looking forward to you getting out of my face, but I guess we all don't get what we want. But the thing I'm looking forward to is ending Sami Zayn for good. This friendship has gone on for too long, and we forgave each other, then forget each other. No, we're not forgetting, and there's no forgiving. Sami needs to die tonight. This ego of Sami Zayn needs to end tonight. And I am going to be the one to end Sami Zayn for good. So, people that love Sami Zayn, say goodbye to your fellow Canada man. Because I will be the only Canada man left after tonight. Now get out of my face." And Kevin Owens tossing Byron Saxton into a trash can backstage. Kevin Owens' anger is consuming him, and he's going to unleash it on Sami Zayn. Sami and Kevin are going at it, and there's no blood lost between these two rivals. These heated war between these two. And as Owens will get the best of that collision, he would nail a super kick and followed up with a running senton against Zayn, and he would follow it up with a running splash, 2 against Zayn to wear Zayn down. And Owens just continue on the assault, and the punishment just delivered to Zayn. But Zayn would eventually turn it around, nailing a superplex, a thunderous one that shakes the entire ring to take down Owens. And as Zayn would come back into this match with that standard comeback, he would deliver a drop kick to Owens, which takes him down for good. And Zayn was fired up and in control, and he picks up Owens and nails a blue thunder bomb to try to pick up the win. But Owens would stay in it, unfortunately for Zayn, kicking out at 2. And Owens would eventually get back in control, working on that injured forehead of Zayn's with those mounted repeated punches, trying to take down the underdog Sami Zayn and just trying to bust him open again. And Owens has Zayn where he wants him to nail a pop-up powerbomb to try to end Zayn for good. Is it enough? But no, Zayn still also stays in the match, and Owens can't believe it. And as he tries to take the coward's way out by escaping the cage, out of nowhere he's caught off guard. Boom! The door slamming in his face, and it's main event Jey Uso. Even though Zayn told him not to get involved, Zayn picks up Owens and nails a Lova kick to take down Kevin Owens and crawl into the cover to pick up the win. Zayn has just banished Owens. Owens has to leave Monday Night Raw forever, and he will forever stay on SmackDown. But you could tell after the match, Zayn is not happy in the slightest with Jey Uso after he told him not to get involved. And after the match, as Sami would approach Jey, he says, "Jey, I thought I told you not to get involved in my match against Kevin last week. Listen, I get you were trying to help, but you should have really stayed out of it." "Okay, Sami, my bad, Uso. That wasn't my intention. I just want to make sure you won your match because you were looking a little down in the match, and I just had to make sure you won." "Oh, so you were doubting me, huh? Well, I don't appreciate that. I could handle Kevin Owens by myself." Yeah, I don't doubt that, Sami. You my oops, you know that, right? And I'm sorry again, bro. I didn't mean to do that. As Jay walks away, but does Sami forgive Jay? Is the question. But Zayn doesn't have time to process it as he's approached by Karrion Kross, who says, "Hey, Sami, I see you and Jay have a little confrontation, huh? Well, maybe to fix that, so that people don't think you're a loser and can't beat Kevin Owens, maybe you can go back to the old Sami Zayn. You know, the man who didn't care about what people thought of him, who only does what Sami Zayn wants to do. Probably time to go back to him, huh? No, Karrion, you're barking up the wrong tree, so I suggest you leave before things end up bad for you, because I'm not accepting whatever you got going on." Sami walks away, but Karrion's not done with Sami as he says, "I don't think we're finished just yet. Tick-tock." And as Jay will prepare building momentum for his match against Sami, he's in the one-on-one head-to-head with Grayson Waller, Beyonce Inferno, who's trying to take him out and punish him in the match right now on Monday Night Raw. But as Jay would eventually try to get back into it, he would dodge Waller and takes down Grayson Waller and with a running drop kick too to take him down. And Uso was fired up in his match, and now he has Waller right where he wants him as he ducks a clothesline and nails a spear, cutting Waller in half to pick up the win. Uso builds momentum towards his match with Sami Zayn, but what is in next for both of these men ahead of Backlash? But after Jey Uso picks up the win, he's calling Sami Zayn's name, and he says, "Sami, listen, Us, I just want to apologize again about what happened. You know, with the Kevin Owens situation, I'm sorry about helping you win, because I know you want to handle it on your own. Yeah, you know, Jay, Us, it's cool, man. It's cool. I beat Kevin Owens either way, and I finally ended him for good. That's good, Sami. And you know, we got that tag team match with A-Town Down Under next week, and we'll better be on our A-game for it. Yeah, I got your back, Us. After we beat A-Town Down Under, I could finally get ready for our match one-on-one at Backlash. I'll see you later, Us." And Sami and Jay both deliver some encouraging words, but Zayn is approached by Karrion Kross as he says, "Another opportunity knocking at the door, Sami. This time, you should accept my offer." Karrion, I already told you, like I said, I'm not accepting any offers that will be making a deal with the devil, and I'm not doing that. But if you really want to do that, how about me and you go one-on-one the week after me and Jay have our tag team match next week? How about that, huh? And we'll see about your offer and see where it gets you in that one-on-one match. And Karrion says, "If that's the way you want to do it, then Sami, so be it. Me and you will go one-on-one, and I will beat some sense into you, and I will finally destroy you like Kevin Owens should have been able to done if you didn't have your buddy Jay having your back." Sami might have just got on Karrion Kross's bad side. As Zayn walks away, he's getting prepared for Jay and his tag match next week against A-Town Down Under. And as they go to that match, A-Town Down Under are trying to get in control, but as Sami would try to fight back, this one Theory would continue to put on the punishment, and he would tag in Waller, who gets in on the action and takes out Sami with the double team maneuvers. And as Grayson Waller would deliver that backbreaker to Sami Zayn, taking him down, this eventually would turn the tables and get in Jay and Sami's favor as Jay would get into the match and starts taking down Waller. Jay is going ham and taking out everybody that moves as he delivers that right hand to Waller. And as Jay eventually strikes Waller and delivers that boom, boom, yeet punch, knocking down Waller, he was staying in control. But eventually as Waller would send Jay in the corner, Sami would try to deliver a Helova kick, but Waller would sidestep it and Zayn connects with Jay. And Jay is laid out because of Sami Zayn. Sami can't believe what he just incidentally did, and this allows Waller to take advantage with that Rolling Thunder stunner, which takes down Zayn as off of that momentum, and then he crawls into the cover and picks up the win for the team. A-Town Down Under has just won the match off of some miscommunication from Sami and Jay, and this has got to strike another chord in Sami and Jay, which they'll have in their match at Backlash, as Jay is upset and Sami walks past them the next week before his match with Karen. He says, "You know, Jay, you know it was an accident, right? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to kick you in the face. I was aiming for Waller. But I understand you don't want to talk to me. So I'm going to just go handle Karen Cross, and I'll see you at Backlash." Jay doesn't say a single word, but Sami goes out for his match with Karrion as Karrion Kross is in control, and he wants to beat some sense into Sami Zayn as he proclaimed, but Zayn is not giving up. He's taking a fight to Karrion and just delivering those mounted punches and slamming Karrion, and he will deliver a back suplex on the barricade, taking out Karrion. And Karrion was in a bad spot, in a pickle, in a jab right now as Zayn will plant him on the outside. But as Zayn also is firing up some momentum, he nails that Tope con Hilo, taking out Cross, and Zayn was even more fired up in this match. And as Zayn would eventually send Karrion into corner to try to nail a Helova kick, he has the closing in his sights, but Jey Uso gets on the apron and he says, "Listen, Sami, I know I didn't say anything, but I'm sorry." And Zayn, trying to tell Jey to get out of here, gets incidentally pushed into Jey by Karrion Kross, and picks up Zayn and nails the final player, which takes him out. As Jey just shockingly looks on, realizing what he's just done, Karrion Kross picks up the win. Jey has just incidentally helped Karrion Kross defeat Sami, and Sami doesn't take it too well as he says, "What were you doing, Jey? You just messed me up." Yeah, this was some plot to get revenge, wasn't it? Well, you better get together because we won't be being friends longer if this continues. And Sami walks off and he passes Karrion Kross, who has a gigantic smile on his face as he just watches Sami walk by. As Karrion is watching this unfold in front of his own eyes. But as next week we see Sami leaving the building via CTV footage, and as Jey approaches him, Sami and Jey get into a heated brawl in the parking lot, and Zayn throwing those right hands to Jey and takes him down. Both men are going at it early before Backlash. It's unfolding in front of our very eyes as Jace delivers the strike to Sami, but both men eventually get a grip and they both go their own separate ways. And it's time for Backlash at this point as Sami Zayn looks to go one-on-one with the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso in a one-on-one competition match that's gonna tear the building down. And as Sami starts off hot with that drop kick to Jey and that half-and-half suplex taking down Jey, and as Sami would toss Jey to the outside, he has him right where he wants him as Sami gets fired up and he's looking to nail that Tope con Hilo, which he connects on Jey Uso. Zayn is building some huge momentum, but as Jey would turn the tables on him, he would get in control, sending Zayn into the barricade back first, taking down the challenger. And as Jey was in control, he's taunting and showing off a little bit. This is a brutal war between these two men, and both men not letting back anymore. It's finally broken apart. This friendship has come to an end, and as Zayn will catch Jey off guard with a brain buster, dropping him down, he tries to crawl into the cover to become the new World Heavyweight Champion already. But no, Jey will stay in still at a 2 count, and as Zayn will come back into this match fired up, delivering those comeback maneuvers to Jey and another drop kick taken down Uso, Zayn was in control as he lifts up Jey and nails the devastating Blue Thunder Bomb to try to become new champ 2, but Jey once again still fighting. And as Sami looks to nail a Helova kick eventually later on in the match, Jey would turn the tables around. This would allow him to, and he nails that kick to the midsection and the right hand to follow it up, and he gets Sami in the corner right where he wants him, nailing those punches and a kick to the gut, and he's fired up, feeding off the crowd's energy to nail that running hip attack to Sami Zayn. And Jey has him right in position as he goes up top to finish it and close this match when the Uso splash, but Zayn moves. He quick and thinks quickly on his feet, and he tosses Jay in the corner and nails a Helluva Kick to try to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. He crawls into the cover. 1, 2, but Jay stays in the match still. Jay's still fighting, and as Sami sends Jay back in the corner looking for another Helluva Kick, he's caught off guard by a devastating spear, and as Jay tries to retain now 2, but Sami stays in it, and Jay follows up quickly trying to go for an Uso splash, but Zayn moves once again, and this allows Sami to pick up Jay, grab him, and toss him into the corner with that corner exploder. Jay is finally down, and Sami has him right where he wants him as he delivers a few words before closing out the match. I'm sorry, Jay, and I'm happy to have shared the ring with you in this energy, but I have to take the title. Zayn runs full speed and nails that Helluva Kick right on the nose of Jay, crawls into the cover and secures the WWE Championship. Zayn has finally done it. He's finished his story tonight here on Backlash, and it couldn't be a happier moment for the fans. But you know it's got to be hard for Jay, as he still congratulates Sami, because this was his first title defense, and he's lost the match. But Sami says, it's okay, Jay. You would have had a great one anyway. But I appreciated sharing the ring with you, okay? But somebody who's not happy is Karrion Kross, who marches out on the ramp. And Sami says, we already told you, Karrion, we're not going through with any of your plans. And I already told you once and twice, I would never join you. Well, it's a good thing I'm not here for you then, right? Oh, come on. Cut the crap, man. Karrion, what are you possibly talking about, huh? Another mind game?